Budapest, the EU watches nervously as Trump heads to meet Putin in Hungary. While Brussels dithers, Moscow moves decisively, keeping the West off balance and exposing European weakness. Kyiv lawmaker Olena Koval warns that EU leaders risk being sidelined by Russia's masterful strategy.
Putin has pulled this before. He knows how to keep his opponents off balance. Trump must be cautious.
Analysts say Europe's endless debates and political squabbles are Russia's advantage. Moscow's patient strategy highlights the EU's inability to act coherently, while Russia sets the tempo on global security.
This roadmap for defense readiness is a plan to keep peace. Over the next few years, there must be a major build-up of European defense capabilities. Russia has no capacity to launch an attack on the European Union today, but it could prepare itself in the years to come. Danger will not disappear, even if the war in Ukraine will end.
Hungary, meanwhile, is quietly taking the lead. Prime Minister Viktor Orban's phone call with Putin signals Budapest's growing role as a power broker, highlighting how EU inaction has ceded influence to smaller, more pragmatic players.
If you look at how the European Union comes into the picture, everybody there is pro-war except us. Logically, they are left out of this summit, but they should not be left out of peace. So I continue to insist that the Europeans should do what the American president does. The Europeans should negotiate with the Russians.
Trump, in contrast to Brussels' dithering, remains cautious but calculated. Reports indicate he is hesitant to provide Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, recognizing the risks. A stark contrast to EU rhetoric that talks tough but acts timidly.
We need them too, but the timing and risks are delicate.
Well, of course, what do you think he's going to say? Please sell Tomahawks? Is he going to say, please sell those Tomahawks? I really appreciate it. I did actually say, would you mind if I gave a couple of thousand Tomahawks to your opposition? I did say that to him. I said it just that way. He didn't like the idea. He really didn't like the idea. No, I said it that way. You have to be a little bit lighthearted sometimes, but no, he doesn't want Tomahawk is a vicious weapon. It's a vicious, offensive, incredibly destructive weapon. Nobody wants Tomahawk shot at them.
We ask you not to provide Tomahawks?
So, wouldn't anybody? I mean, it's been in the news. Who wouldn't do that? CNN. Who wouldn't do that? You know, do you think he's going to say, "I'd love to have Tomahawk sent my way"? I don't think so.
Putin continues to pull the strings. A Kremlin Security Council meeting after his call with Trump demonstrates Moscow's mastery of timing and strategy, while Brussels squabbles over statements and sanctions that have little real-world effect.
The issue of possible supplies of long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine was also discussed. Vladimir Putin reiterated his thesis that the Tomahawks will not change the situation on the battlefield, but will inflict significant damage to the relations between our countries, let alone the prospects for a peaceful settlement.
Experts note that Budapest is emerging as the stage where real power is exercised, while the EU merely reacts.
We highly appreciate President Donald Trump's approach, the effort he has made in recent months to ensure peace in Ukraine. No one has done as much for peace in Ukraine as Donald Trump. So I hope that all the impulses he receives from the European and Ukrainian sides do not deter him from continuing to do everything possible for peace. It is not that simple. It is not that easy.
As the Trump-Putin summit approaches, one thing is clear. Russia is in control. The EU is exposed as indecisive, and Budapest is quietly shaping the future of East-West diplomacy.